This week in Projects You Pin, Kaylin Franks is sharpening her stitching skills. She shows us how you can upcycle a purse in this week's Projects You Pin.
Hello, my friends. Projects You Pin, week 2 of us sort of working with experts. And CJ, you are one of the owners. You and your husband own True North Interior Design and Antiques right here in Petoskey. And one thing that a lot of our viewers have been requesting are sewing projects, but I don't know how to sew.
Oh, I'll help you.
And you're going to show us today how to turn, this looks like an old blanket. What are we going to do today?
It's a great old blanket that has its problems. It's no longer used as a blanket. And I love old textiles, and I love turning them into handbags.
Cool.
Handbags, even pillows, but you can certainly find a lot of life left in this blanket.
And this is something that we want to tell our viewers right from the start. This is not going to be an expert project. Would you call this medium skill level, beginner skill level?
Medium skill level. It's rectangle. It's really not that difficult.
I like the sound of this. Let's get started.
We begin by chalking our fabric using tailor's chalk into the outline of the purse that we'll want. Then we cut. It's important to cut with the pattern and make sure that you've got a nicely shaped and sized full section of your pattern design. Next, we chalk and cut our ticking. This is the vintage fabric which will be the purse liner. Fun fact, this used to be used for mattress covers. If you're handy with a sewing machine and pins and things, this project will absolutely be a breeze for you. For me, it was a bit more difficult. Next up, CJ shows me how to stitch things together. We want to make sure while stitching that we are leaving a small opening for when we turn our purse inside out. With our liner and our outside secure, we work on squaring off the edges on the bottom. This will just require a few more pins and a super quick stitch. Don't worry if you can't figure out how to do this, because this is really just something to make it look a little bit more polished. Turning your bag inside out, voila! It's time to make this thing a handle. CJ uses genuine leather for her straps, and we hammer in a few grommets to secure ours too. You can get creative here and use pretty much anything you like for your opening or your handle. 2 quick clicks and we're done.
Great job.
Thank you, CJ.
Look at what your cool rectangles turned into.
I know. I'm amazed. I guess the biggest thing about this, I'll admit that I'm still a little intimidated by sewing. I'll let you do most of that, but don't be intimidated by sewing.
You know, really, it's just straight sewing. You can't really do anything wrong. Practice, it's fun.
And if you're interested, CJ teaches some pretty amazing sewing classes. You guys join me next week for another edition of Projects You Pin. You never know, it just may be a project you want us to try.